Okay, what's up guys? So you have finished mixing your resin and you have the color matched and you're ready to load it into the Preval spray system and you're ready to spray. One thing that we have found is that this is the most probable problem you might run into. We think it happens probably 2 or 3% of the time whenever our customers are using these systems, that they will malfunction and it can leave you in a situation where you can't spray. So most times you can troubleshoot these systems and get them to work. So we're going to go through that with you right now. So when you pull your Preval spray system out of the box, it's going to come like this. Just pull that plastic filter tip off of there and you can discard that. We always pull that off. Next, shake your system. It feels full. You would know if it was empty. It would be much lighter than if it is full. So now we're ready to do this. So when you load it up, basically you're going to use the outside on the glass jar and you're just going to load it up. So you're going to pour in your mixed resin and you're going to just basically just measure that out on the outside. Here we're going to have almost 2 ounces. We've got just a little shy of 2 ounces here. So we're going to basically measure using that. It's about 1 3/4 ounces, but the measurement doesn't have to be exact. So remember, it's a 4 parts resin, 1 part catalyst, and 2 parts reducer. So for this, since we're so close to 2 ounces, I'm going to say, okay, we've got 2 ounces of resin. So I'm going to use at least 1/2 ounce of catalyst. Now you can be a little over on your catalyst and reducer, so I'm going to be at least 1/2 ounce, maybe a little more on the catalyst. So here we go. I'm just going to start squirting this in here. And don't get hung up too much on being perfect on this. There is some flexibility. The main thing is that you have the minimum ratio in there. And then you just want to stir it up real well. So we've got about little over 1/2 ounce of catalyst in there. And now I'm going to do about 1 ounce of reducer. And like I said, you can be a little over on both of those. It's not a big deal. You just don't want to be under. That can cause your product to be too thick. So always stir your product with the stir stick. Do not shake the jar. That is one thing that can really cause your system to malfunction, is if you start shaking the jar. So I'm going to just take my time. I'm going to stir it, get all that resin off the bottom, off the walls, and you're really just kind of scraping the bottom and scraping the walls. And you want to get that nice and stirred up, nice and mixed up. Take about a minute and really just stir this well. Now, if you do get into a pickle and you cannot get either sprayer to work, you can call us 877-234-9882. We're going to take care of you. We're going to stand behind you and get you through this project, whatever we have to do. So just be patient and don't panic and don't get worked up. We're gonna get through this. So if you do have a situation where both sprayers, because we do send you with the backup sprayer, if you get in a situation where both sprayers will absolutely not spray, we're gonna take care of you. So don't stress about that. Okay, I've got my product mixed up. My spray system is ready to go. I've taken the filter cap off. We're good to go. So I'm just going to test this and see. Okay, one other thing. The V-notch on this is not as important as not getting product on the bottom side of this. So if you look here, you can see there is a small pinhole on the bottom side of this plastic base right next to where the straw connects. There's a little pinhole. That is for breathing. You do not want product to get up in that pinhole. So just be aware of that. Don't tilt it too far. Don't shake it up. Just try to keep product off the bottom side of that plastic base. So here we go. We're going to just test it and see how this one works. This is fresh out of the box, so we're going to find out. Now, when you're first spraying it, I like to hold it vertically and I like to just test it on my glove or on a paper towel. Okay, and this one is just spraying just fine. So there's no issue on this one. So I'm going to actually just set this off to the side. So we've got a good sprayer here, so we're just going to set this off to the side. I'll test this other sprayer. You never know. We might run into one that does need troubleshoot, and so that would make well for this demonstration, but we're going to see. So when you pull these out, these backups, you know, shake it, make sure you got, it's full. Take that filter cap off, attach the straw, and then we're good to go. So we're going to test this one out and see how we're spraying. If it's spraying well, we're just going to go ahead and walk through the troubleshooting steps anyway, and we'll see. So, yeah, okay. So this one's spraying good. See, and it actually is starting to peter out. So we're actually going to troubleshoot this one. So I'm glad it's happening on one of these. Okay, so if you run into a situation where maybe it starts to peter out like that, maybe it's blowing bubbles in the jar, seems to be a common deal. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and take your canister off the glass jar, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to, this is standard procedure, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add a little bit more reducer, maybe about 1/4 ounce, and I'm going to set that off to the side. Give it another stir, especially if your product's been sitting for a while. You want to stir it up again. Make sure you've got all that mixed up in there. Okay, so that's step one for troubleshooting it, is just add a little bit more reducer and then stir it up. And then what we're going to do is, this is basically a trash can. You want to have a trash can nearby and some paper towels. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this straw off the canister, and I'm going to get my acetone. Now my acetone bottle, it always comes with a trigger sprayer in your box. You want to connect this to your acetone bottle. So the straw is going to be a little longer than the bottle. Just push it down in there, screw it on, and then make sure you're spraying. It does have a locking mechanism here on the side, so make sure you're unlocked and that it is spraying. So we're spraying. I'm just going to butt that up to the straw, and I'm going to just clear that straw out. Doesn't have to be perfectly clean. But if you run acetone through there a little bit, it's going to clear that out, no problem. So, okay, so the straw is clean enough. So I'm going to set that off to the side near the jar. Now this is crucial. You always check that pinhole, make sure that pinhole is clear. If it's not clear, maybe you've gotten product up onto the bottom side of there, you can just kind of spray acetone at that pinhole, get that acetone in there and then shake it out. Make sure you don't have any product blocking that pinhole. Now next, you want to take, okay, we've got the tip here. You want to take your trigger sprayer, butt it up to where the straw connects, and I use my finger kind of just to make that a firm connection, and then you're just going to force acetone through the system and squirt it down into the trash can. Now you want it you really want it squirting out. So this is coming out, it's squirting out pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with where this is. Squirt it for a while until you really think it's coming out clear. Okay, so that's coming out clear. Now I'm gonna take my canister. I'm gonna hold my hand back here because it's liable to spit back on you, and just dry fire that down into the trash can. Shake it off a little bit. Wipe any of it out that you got, especially if you cleaned out the bottom of the base. You want to wipe that off. Okay, and now we're ready to go. So I'm reattaching the straw. I'm going to fit this down in there, and let's see if we've got it spraying now. So test it on your glove, a cardboard box. Okay, and now we're spraying. So that is how you troubleshoot these Prevals. So if you have any situation where your Preval is maybe not working correctly, see, this one is actually a tough one. So this is being a tough Preval, but we can, you know, if it peters out, to get you through this project, you may have to troubleshoot it. It's unfortunate. We are, you know, we're kind of strapped to this product. It's a good product. It's good technology. It's really innovative. But, you know, with like anything, sometimes there are little bugs in the design or whatever. And right now, this is what the best we got to work with. And you know, we hopefully Preval is doing innovation to correct some of these issues. But you know, basically, you want to just troubleshoot this. You will get through the project. I do believe we'll get this working again. Sometimes you do have to troubleshoot them a couple times too. I've even had to troubleshoot one 3 times, and it did work. It ended up working. If you watch our live demonstration on this, I ended up troubleshooting one 3 times, and then it worked really well after that. So just take your time, get that acetone flowing through the system, clear it out again, and then let's try to spray it again. So you notice we got that last one working. It seemed to work a little longer that time. So let's do it again. Okay, now we're spraying again. In fact, it's really spraying much better than it was even before. So now I feel like we really got it fixed here, that's what we want to see. So that was a prime example of troubleshooting your Preval spray system. I'm so glad this one malfunctioned on us, but that is what you can run into sometimes. One other thing to be aware of whenever you're spraying your system, we've realized that this also might be really a primary reason why you might be running into problems. So it's not necessarily what you're doing, you're tilting it, it's your motion while you're spraying. So we have troubleshooted this with many customers, and we've realized that the motion that you're doing your sprayer is probably causing a lot of people issues. So when you spray your system, you just want to go, you know, basically nice, smooth, back and forth, and just do a 50-50 overlap and work your way down the repair. So that's, you know, that's basically how you want that motion to go. Okay. What you do not want to do is you do not want to be jerking it back and forth, because that's going to cause issues. So you need to, there, see, and it took a second for it to reprime, but now it's going again. So just use nice smooth motions. That is a problem, and I think that is a problem that's causing people issues, is your motion while you're doing it. So like I said, don't be shaking it back and forth while you're trying to spray it. Get it reprimed. See, and now that actually did cause this one issues, so I would need to troubleshoot it again. But that is a key. I think that's causing a lot of people issues, so be aware of that. And so troubleshoot that one. If that doesn't work, switch to your backup. If that doesn't work and you have tried to troubleshoot both of these and you just can't get them to work, if you're in a pickle, you can go to an O'Reilly's, an AutoZone, and pick up another spray canister, or call us. If you get in a spot where you just can't proceed, your sprayers are not working, we're going to take care of you. We'll send you more sprayers. We'll send you more product if you need it. So don't stress. Don't worry about that. You're going to get through this. So thanks for taking your time to watch this video. Give us a call if you have any questions about it. We're here behind you, okay? Thanks for choosing the Tub Repair Company, tubrepairstore.com.